What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the Friday Night SmackDown review video on March 28, 2025 for today. And never mind the shirt because it's a guy from the other show that I'm probably going to be talking about tomorrow. But other than this, like, we go talk about what happened to SmackDown, which they started counting down the days, which is like a little bit over 3 weeks away in 22 days until the biggest showcase event of the showcase of the Immortals WrestleMania. And yeah, let's say we got a very intriguing episode with them, like, still building things up, like, even though it's in minor elements. Like, and also we got we got a very surprisingly non-physicality contract signing segment, and we finally gonna get we got a chance to see like what could be main eventing, possibly night one. What match is gonna be main event night one, which we had the confirmation tonight on one of the angles, and also we got some teasers about the favor Paul Heyman promised to give CM Punk, but we also got some very interesting cliffhangers to have us tune in on to see what's when he's going to reveal what's the favor that he asked Paul Heyman for him to do. If we haven't seen it yet, and also we got some very interesting what they call aspects, like what's to come, like if Cody Rhodes does retain his WWE Championship with his match with John Cena at WrestleMania, like, which we got like a couple of them as a matter of fact, because let's say they were right in front of his face, which we're going to be talking about right up here next on the SNA podcast. But before we continue, I want to ask you guys to like this video, hit the subscribe button and the post notification bell for more of SNA's videos, and also check out his other channel of SNA Entertainment. Link is in the description box below. But yeah, let's get into the first story. Let me get on the first angle, but before we do, I want to point out that we had B-Fab and what's her name, Mi-Chin was coming in the arena along with the Charlotte Flair coming to the other side, and then we got LA Knight taking on Braun Strowman like in action. We also got a pretty decent, solid tag team match for the WWE Tag Team Champions with the Street Profits against Pretty Deadly. I totally forgot that was going to be on live in London, England, because they're in the European tour, which I think is going to continue to another week, because next week I believe they're going to be in Dublin, Ireland for SmackDown. And also my boy WrestleMania is probably going to be making a review video. It was probably made a review video a few hours ago when it was on probably live, like in the afternoon, like in our time in America, but it was in nighttime where he's located at, along with my boy Simon Miller. That's also in the UK right now. Like, yeah, you're so lucky that they're watching on Netflix while I'm just watching on the USA Network. Well, that's nothing wrong with that. As long as it's something convenient for me to watch, I have nothing to complain about. But this is where we got Cody Rhodes came out, like, because yeah, he's the fan favorite. Like, he's the top over world champion babyface. This is where didn't even hug the young fan that was wearing his jacket, where he comes out in like looking like a Superman, his own version of Superman. But this is where we got as soon as Cody Rhodes came in along with his WWE Championship in his hands, this is where then he got a microphone. This is where he gave a huge grin and like I've never thought that they would be a fan of me in this theme song, which they were singing along the theme song, which is called Kingdom. And this is where they were still singing, even though the theme song was going off, like if he was the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels on that NXT UK episode, where he admit that it's a very catchy tune, which he said on the microphone. But anyways, this is where then Cody was like, "Well, London, what do you guys want to talk about?" While the fans start chanting like Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. Oh, the man! It's either these European fans are touring around all over Europe to see Cody Rhodes, or it's just a common tune that fans chant that in the European countries. But it's where this is where fans start chanting Cena sucks after he start asking what they want to talk about, because that's his catchy catchphrase. But this is where fans start chanting Cena sucks because now he's the heel. But this is where Cody Rhodes then got on the microphone. This is where then he was like yeah, like that man, guy that betrayed all of us, like a man that I looked up like as a role model, I guess you say, next to his friend Randy Orton, of course. But it's where then but that's where fans are continuing Cena sucks like during this promo. This is where Cody Rhodes did. That's where they went from Cena sucks to Cody Rhodes chance. And he was like, a few nights ago, I was standing face to face with Jonathan Cena, like in the exact. He was like in the very same city in this very same arena. Well, not the same city. I say probably in the area because Scotland's not that far away from England. Like, yeah, because they're both like in the probably neighbors. Like when it comes to looking at the European countries, but this is where Cody Rhodes then said he was basically saying that he was basically next door in the country, like went face to face with him yet again for the second straight week in a row, like telling him that he's not going to be taking this championship. He's sure as hell not going to be 17th world champion, like especially not in that attitude that is like or any time like whatever his personality or attitude or whatever, no matter what role he's in, like he's not going to take this title from him. And that's where then his mentor and longtime best friend since their legacy days, Randy Orton, came out to the ring. He got plenty of high praise words for his best friend, the American Nightmare. And this is where the fans start singing along this song because his is a catchy theme song. Like it has been probably since like 2008. Like, yeah, that's a long time. He had this song with voices. But this is where the fans are singing along with it. This is where then we got. This is where Randy Orton was like, yeah, like Cody, like, yeah, it's been a long time that I've got a chance to speak with you in this very ring. And then this. And then this is where then he got to the point. This is where after the fans started singing along his song after saying, this is where he started bringing up his accomplishments. He bring up like a young Cody Rhodes, like from probably 18 years ago, yeah, back in 2007. This is where he's like, yeah, like you were a young rookie back then. Like I remember Cody Rhodes, like that. I remember that Cody Rhodes. This is where the fans start singing along Cody Rhodes when he start mentioning him by name. This is where Randy Orton was like, okay, I remember Cody Rhodes, like in his early 20s. Like, yeah, I was like, yeah, like he was about a certain guy's age when he joined WWE. I wonder who that guy is. Heck, maybe I'm looking at him. But yeah, this is where then he said, I remember Cody Rhodes, young Cody Rhodes when he was in his early 20s. Like, and yeah, like trying to make a name for himself. And then one of his first matches was against, yep, you guessed it, himself, Randy Orton. Yeah. This is where Randy Orton continue on the promo. He's like, yeah, he ever came in. Now, I remember you've been busting your ass since then. And I was thinking the same thing. I was like, yeah, I remember when he very first joined WWE. Heck, I was a young assassin at that time. Yeah. Like when he was very young, like he was brought in by his own father, the legendary American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Rest in peace to him. But this is where then we got this was like you were just as hard, like, but usually harder, like everybody else. Like you weren't exactly happy, like per se. And that's where fans start clapping for Randy Orton's factual words, like that he had said. He was like, you want to exactly would be happy. Like, yeah, as a matter of fact, you were absolutely frustrated, like, but you were man enough. Like you thought, like you needed to grow, like you couldn't grow. Right, but the thing is, like, you couldn't have grown in the WWE locker room because it wasn't for you at that very time. Like you weren't exactly training fairly in the WWE locker room, so you left the WWE. Like, you took some big balls, like, to do so. Well, he didn't say it exactly like that, but he kind of sounds very serious. You like you know, you left and did what you did, which he referenced when he went to places like their now. Partner wrestling company TNA, and then a couple other wrestling companies that's either bought out by the competition or even partnering with the competition. He didn't mention it, but he referenced that, and he basically said like he made a name for himself as the American Nightmare shtick, and that's what made him more popular enough to bring about. Like you changed the bigger single-handed, like all the boys in the back, like all the girls in the back know, like. But the one thing they don't know, like that, I appreciate you for that. Like, yeah, and you, yeah, came right back here. Like, And then I don't know if anybody else knew it, but I did. Like, and even I was like, yeah, I believe that because he even mentioned that on the interview back 3 years ago when Cody Rhodes came back to WWE. But anyway, this is where then he's like it. Like ever since you stepped foot back in the World Wrestling Entertainment ring, I was like, yeah, you showed that you're world championship material. Like I did not know what to expect at first. Like I didn't. Like I realized that you. I was thinking like you were the same guy that I very first met back in '07. Like and we became good friends. And I basically like referenced that he'd been a mentor to him for like since then. But this is a random that you said you grew. Like I might sing along with him, but if I do that, y'all might leave because like I'm not the best best singer. Like that's why I'm not in that profession. Like this word then fans are chanting Cody Rhodes. I was like, they're either an opera singer or some kind of a diehard Cody Rhodes fan for them to go far by singing. Remember Randy was like, remember this man faced Seth Rollins at Hell in a Cell back in 2022. This is where fans were like, hell yeah, and gets a very gruesome thing to remember. But at the same time, very impressive, which Randy Orton even admitted that was very impressive. Like he started out with the match with a partial torn pec that was ripped off the bone, like after some very brutal training. And he finished that match, but with a fully torn pec after. Like you're turning to shades of color purple that I've never seen in anybody's body. Like the pain that you must have been in, but you persevered from that pain. But not just for you, like it was probably for at least for you, like it was for your family and father, who's most of all, for all these people that started out like you won that match with that torn pec. Like, and you did not make no excuse. And then you went up for WrestleMania a couple years later. Like, and you beat Roman Reigns at that event, which that happened to be last year. And you've been the champion ever since then. Yeah, that's true. You finally finished your story. And then this is where Randy Orton continued on his promo. But there's always another story, isn't there? Like, you drew the SmackDown right into the middle of another one of those, like because you're in charge of your legacy. Like you're just a privilege of sitting there and take control of that, Cody. Like taking have been up for business and all that intrigue has been all around the world. Like listen to these people. Like it's mostly like 99.9% because of you, Cody. Like that's the reason why we're getting high numbers like that. And then this is where then Cody was like, "Wow, thank you so very much." And he's like, I don't expect anything complimentary from you, Rand, but like not this much. This is where fans start chanting Cody Rhodes yet again. And Randy was like, "Hey, you're never gonna stop." And this was and most importantly, I'm very proud of you. That's what he even continued. Like when he got on the microphone again, this is where Randy Orton was like, "Yeah, like, but like I had to tell you." And this is where he said, but like probably about 10 times directly. This is where he's like, but Tom, like after WrestleMania, like when that time comes, especially with Backlash probably going to be happening to be in my home town, which is St. Louis, Missouri, which is the next door neighbor of the best city of the United States. Let me give you a reminder of. But this was like, and I guarantee you on that, like I'm going to kick. As soon as I kick Kevin Owens so hard in his skull, like that it probably rips off his shoulders, like I just feel it already. Like if they are, if he does play for the back-to-back Super Bowl Chiefs, I would love that. Even though he's not really much of a football guy and like in his profession, but I would say if he did an exhibition with the Chiefs, which I heard he's a big fan of the Chiefs, by the way, my boy Seth Rollins. Even though he's more of a Chicago Bears, but he likes the Chiefs. He even knows. And did you know that he knows Travis Kelce? Yeah, Seth Rollins do. That's one of his buddies. Him and Xavier Woods know Travis Kelce from WWE. Yeah, like those guys. Yeah. They was even Travis Kelce was even a special guest on Xavier Woods' channel when him and Seth Rollins was playing some Madden. Yeah, playing the game Madden. Yeah. But anyway, this is where Randy Orton didn't continue on the promo saying that, I am going to kick Kevin Owens so hard in the head. Like, yeah. Like, this where it's like, I can just feel it already. Like, on how many days of Rhodes' resume, but I just cannot wait to remove it right off his shoulders, his head off his shoulders with that punt kick, a move that I probably haven't done in almost 5 years now. And this is where then, no, but once that's done and gone, I'll no nothing personal between you two, but like as much as John Cena's trying to get a shot at becoming 17 world champion, I'm trying to be a 15-time world champion and then some. Which I was like, yeah, like I believe that sooner or later he will be that, considering he's gonna be wrestling for another decade, and also like he's at 14 right now. I think he's gonna have 6 more reigns and maybe he can be 20, but that's a different video for a different day. But the radio was like, it is where then I was like, oh, like they're kind of teasing some stuff. Like we could see Orton versus Rhodes at Backlash, if not the other one winning the WWE Championship. But that's exactly what. Yeah, like what? Oh yeah, okay. I'll say more about this after the podcast about it. You really think so? Yeah, like I probably think so too. But this is where Randy Orton's have you achieved so much and you did a really great job, but like maybe as much as I did in the business, like, but you gotta look me in the eye, like I will tell you, like that I am coming for that belt, and this is where I point out the championship. And Cody was like, that would be my biggest fear, had to go against my best friend and mentor, like the man that started my fame in wrestling. But this is where, before they can even get into discussions like that, this is where he got immediately interrupted by the Scotsman himself, which is Drew McIntyre. This is where he's like, hey, Cody, hey, Randy. This is where he's like, how's your back? And this is where he's like, and our fans are chanting, oh, Drew McIntyre. I don't understand what is up with these European fans are chanting, oh, and start singing the wrestler's name. Heck, like that, like some of the European fans and even fans like in America at WrestleMania, like been saying that to my boy Simon Miller when he was doing the outside ups and downs WWE review video. Yeah. Like, oh, Simon Miller. But yeah, this is where, anyway, we got Drew McIntyre said, you got a couple of Nepo babies, like you're gonna have a love fest, like it just makes me absolutely sick to my stomach. And this is what you make like what I said, Randy. Like if Cody get through Cena at WrestleMania, like you're coming for that title, like what exactly? Like he was like, what makes you makes you so justified of getting a title match? Like, besides being Randy Orton, like the one thing I can. And this was the last time I checked, you've been off the shelf, on the shelf for months after months after months. Like, yeah, so people like to make jokes about it online. Like they make fun of it more than my 5 minutes and 46-second reign as world heavyweight champion last year. Like, especially that guy that this is where the Drew McIntyre didn't said that, like, and that kind of reminded me of like he's probably referencing my boy WrestleMania, like where he roasted him on X, saying that he couldn't last 5 minutes, like in a romantic relationship with a girl, when he kind of corrected him, but he did it on this video saying like he's happily married. But anyways, yeah. But other than that, like he continues saying like I can be back here in 5 minutes before any of you come back so far. Like so as far as I'm concerned, I get as far as I'm concerned, like you need to get far back in the line behind me, Randy. And then as far as the last time I checked, when it comes to us fighting in championship matches, I always beat you like 3 out of 4 times, but you only get the 1. And then Drew McIntyre, everybody should have listened to me about John Cena from the start, but they did not listen. But the next night, he kicked you right in between the cork and barrel, like that, like proving me right. Like, and he's like, And and then, far as I'm concerned about that, like instead of being John Cena, like it should have been Cody versus UK's very own first ever world champion with a Scottish accent. This is Drew McIntyre. Let's talk about this. We're not gonna talk about what shoulda, coulda, woulda. Let's talk about what's gonna happen. Like when you beat John and I beat that what do you call Damian Priest? That Timu wearing Undertaker, Damian Priest at Mania. He's like, and then Brandy, like that's not like it's not gonna be you that's gonna take that title. From Cody, it's gonna be me. And I'll say Drew McIntyre, gotta admit, like he kind of nailed it when it comes to goofy wrestling. He's definitely bringing home the golden trophy of the night. But anyway, this is where we got Drew McIntyre continue. And he was like, I find you a threat already, and if you provoke me, I breathe me. I will break your back and make sure you never wrestle again. And this is where and then for you, Cody, and this is where then Cody had enough of hearing his big mouth. He kicks him in the gun. This is where he hits him with a big old right hand. This is where Randy Orton was about to hit an arc hell out of the ring, but it's where Drew McIntyre got on top, pushes him right off, runs out into the ring. He's like, oh, like that was a close one with both Cody and Randy standing up tall into the segment. And but this is where this leads up into a match between the Scottish Warrior and the Viper later on in the night. but next up, we got my boys, the Street Profits, with those lovely World Heavyweight Championship lookalike tag team belts, getting ready to get out to the ring to take on the Pretty Deadly, which I would say this match, if you ask me, was underratedly the second place spot because first place, what was the first place match of the night? Probably think I'm crazy, but I'll say maybe Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Yeah. But yeah, that's very confusing, but I'm going to get into all this in a moment. Well, yeah, I guess I'm right. But yeah, this is where it was the second place match of the night. It was this solidifying and at its average best with the tag team championships, and then continuing to make the what's it called, make the WWE Tag Team Champions the must-see titles in all of WWE. At least on my opinion, I would say with something that Monday Night Raw needs to learn a thing or two with, because as far as we're concerned about the tag team titles over at the Red Brand, they're not been doing quite much of intriguing. Which I'll say, and I don't think they need to unify to solve the problem, because that still would make the tag titles be absent on the Red Brand if they don't fix something wrong with the tag team division. They still can have a very entertaining Raw tag team division and still keep both the World Tag Team and the WWE Tag Team Championships. But moving on, we got the match started. This is where it got started with Elton Prince and Angelo Dawkins until they got to the partial powerful force in all the professional wrestling, and as the picture-in-picture commercial break. But once they got done with the adverts, well, we got Montez Ford got tagged in, but this is where he ends up dodging out of a dive off the top rope from Elton Prince, tags in Angelo Dawkins, which Elton Prince tagged in Kit Wilson. This is where we got Angelo start going for some strikes. This is where he picks him up, try to go for electric chair maneuver. It's where but it was a signature move, more like with Montez. I mean, it's a tag team signature or finisher. With them trying to hit the electric chair blockbuster neckbreaker, only for Kit Wilson flip right out of Angelo Dawkins' shoulders. Then pushes him right into the upper left score side to trip over his own tag partner, Montez Ford, and the family jewels. I'm like, luckily that him and Bianca already have a family, or else that would be very difficult for them to continue to start it. But Yeah, I think he does. I think he does know Taylor Swift. Yeah. I know they have nothing to do with wrestling, but Assassinator asked me that question because, like, as a matter of fact, like I think I mentioned some about about them, like even teasing a mixed tag match like a couple years ago, but that was like for my other video, my other channel at Super Ninja Austin 213. But anyways, this is where we got Kit Wilson tags in Elton Prince and when he hit a rebound clothesline like a certain somebody from the other company that used to have been associated with Rollins and Reigns. But this is where then we got Elton Prince to go for a springboard slingshot flip into a cold breaker. This is where we got Elton Prince to go for a pin onto Angelo Dawkins, only for him to get kicked out at 7. This is where we got Elton Prince to Conference, but only for getting missed by Angelo Dawkins. Angelo Dawkins trying to close him out of the ring, but he gets thrown right to the bottom corner side. But Montez Ford is flying spine buster onto Elton, just where he ends up taxing Montez Ford. And this is where we went up right into the upper left side heavens, like probably in the north west heavens. But that's where we got Kid Wilson sacrificed himself and hitting the frog splash on him. Like, but this where this once it almost worked, like with Elton Prince trying to go for a pin on him. Montez Ford still kicked out of it at 2.6, despite it. This is where we got Elton Prince trying to go for a European uppercut. This is where them got Montez Ford duck out of his clothes on, however, hits a drop, a super kick. Then we got Andrew Dog hit the pounce up shoulder tackle with Montez Ford in the German suplex. But this is where Angelo Dawkins tried to go for a pin, only for getting the hit at the last moment. Like, because of the meddling, because of the meddling, what's their names? Because of the meddling kit, like that came in the pretty deadly kit, I guess you could say. But then our fans start chanting, "This is awesome," which I was like, "Yeah, I totally agree." But unfortunately, this is only going to get the silver trophy. This is where we got pretty. These are pretty deadly, like they went face to face stare down with the Street Profits. This is where they try to tackle each other. We got the upper hand from Pretty Deadly. This is where we got the spinebuster neck breaker maneuver, which it looked like it was about to be the night for a 3, but somehow Montez Ford then decided to meddle and collected all his MP meter, whatever was remaining, flew right back in the ring, hits Elton Prince for the save, like to protect their privileges of being the tag team champion when we have a 14-day reign with the titles. But luckily, they get the chance to hold them for a longer time. This is where we got Kit Wilson grab onto Elton Prince, like or Elton Prince pick up a Kit Wilson when he brought him come in here. And then you gotta flip right up and go to Angelo Dawkins. Gonna go for a cold breaker. He ends up getting flipped right over, line to the left side. This is where he hit the strike onto the Elton Prince. Picks up Kit Wilson. This is where they got a guaranteed of their tag team maneuver, secondary finisher tag team maneuver, which is the blockbuster neckbreaker electric chair maneuver, or the Doomsday blockbuster. That's what they like to call it. 1, 2, 3. Winner of this match, and still their tag team champions, like just in their first title defense, which is very impressive. Let me know in the comments below what your opinions on. But yeah, a big congratulations to the Profits of their first successful title defense. Let's hope it won't be the last. Hope they have a couple more title defenses until they find the next for somebody that's worthy enough to dethrone them for the tag team championships. But next, but yeah, this is where we got Joe Tessitore to start pointing out that they are in Wade Barrett's home country of England, which he probably got the biggest ovation that he's ever gotten in WWE. But this is where, like, this is where we got what's her name, Alba Fire and Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. Then ends up interrupting the conversation between Zelina Vega and Katana Chance and Kaden Carter because of what Piper Niven sticking her nose where it don't belong, but it's where Piper Niven. This is where it's like make sure you're not keeping anything like weapon related, like when bringing in the Women's United States Champion in. This is where That's when Zelina Vega described him as a bootleg version of Men in Black, and then crashed his party. Like, and he's like Britain, like you see, I'm sorry, like it's obviously like you do like in as far as I'm concerned, that small this small threat is a big threat, which I'll say it may not sound that doesn't make sense, but like when you look at it in a very what they call it, like in a I'll say an experience in an experienced manner, like you probably understand where Zelina Vega is coming from. This is where we got like with you and that Tyler, like otherwise like I like if it wasn't for the outside interference, I would have beat you. And this is where then Katana came out like, yeah, like wow. This is where the Katana and Katie Carter's like, how about this is where then this was like, how about we face your little what's the name special harvest tonight? And this is where then Chelsea agrees like, all right, you get PNA, like, and yeah, that stands for obviously Piper and Alba. This is where they did the stare down, like that's where the and then finally get this is where we get the opportunity with the four former women's tag team champions in their respective reigns. But this is where like we got the match started. I'll say this probably deserves the red ribbon of the night. But before we get to begin, this is where we got another induction for the WWE Hall of Fame. Unfortunately, it wasn't either Kim Shamrock or Kamala or the what's they call what's their names the who else that was who else that was going to be inducted to the Hall of Fame. But let's say it was a like the Immortal Award of the show. Let's hope that we get more regular Hall of Fame inductions along with these Immortal Awards and Warrior Awards, which it was none other than the rivalry between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Bret the Hitman Hart, like when they fought in the 1997's WrestleMania 13 event, like which I think that is very iconic, like and very infamous. That was probably the peak of the Attitude Era, like in the future stardom that Stone Cold Steve Austin was gonna thrive in, like with him having that match with the Hitman. But yeah, which I would say I give a round of applause. If it couldn't get any better, like other than another induction. Which I was like, if it wasn't for this match, I would say what would be the point? But this is like one of the most I'll say iconic showdowns, like in probably of the existence of WrestleMania, I guess you could say. But which I would say maybe they should think about getting an Immortal Award along with some other like awards and regular induction awards. But moving on, we got it's got things start off with Kaden Carter and what's her name, Alba Fire, which when she got Alba down, like she got to go for a pinball and get a 2.3. Hope it didn't sound like a Scottish accent. That sound offensive. But it's where she tags in Katana Chance. She tries to throw Katana right into Alba Fire in the bottom left side, only for her to get kicked and get Kaden Carter get thrown on the outside. And get Alba Fire. Can't give Piper Niven, but this is where they did not know that because they were too distracted with Katana getting leap dodge, leap tossed by her partner Kaden Carter. This is where she hits a crossbody onto what's her name, Alba Fire, until Piper Niven come in and let them know that she's now the legal one by hitting a cannonball right into the left side in the ringside area, which I don't think she needs to get a reminder. She needs to do all that just to give them a reminder because anytime like. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below about that. But that's where we got the powerful force and all of pro wrestling came on. Like it had the commercial break, but once it got done with the adverts, this is where we got Kaden Carter was on top. This is where she goes for springboard leg drop onto Alba, but only for Alba to kick out at 2.1. Was it? This is where she picks up the former UK and women's tag team champion. And when she kicks her right in the head, she carries a Piper and the fellow Scots like them. You got Kaden Carter counters hit a hip suplex on her and interception, but so her partner tried to come in and help her, try to go for a running senton, only for her to accidentally hit her own partner. She was very stunned and very disappointed. And apologetic, not to mention the Alba. This is where we got Katana, Kaden Carter got enough time tagging the Katana Chance, go for a rolling flip in a jawbreaker. This is where we got Katana Chance kicker in the midsection. This is where she try to go for a middle rope. That's where we got Kaden Carter picks up Piper Niven, which I don't know how did she get with them with a strength like that. That's where did she hit her own version of a Samoan drop, which I won't say Samoan, I'll say a different kind of cultural drop. I guess the double A drop, I guess you could say, but this is where we got. But this is where she picks up Katana Chance and go for a cartwheel, do a dive. But this is where once you try to go for a pin, they would have probably gotten away with it if it wasn't for a meddling, fiery Scotswoman, which is Alba Fire. But luckily, Kaden Carter took care of her. And this is where she grabbed our partner Katana Chance's hand, hit a crossbody under her. Anyway, we got basically tagging Katana Chance to take care of Piper Niven. Piper Niven try to go for a clothesline, but Kaden Carter go for a super kick. That's where she picks up Kaden. This is where we got to try to go for a neck breaker into with a 450 splash, like their own version of Skull and Bones. But and where Chelsea Green did I try to decide to interfere in the match, but this is where it kind of went backfired at first because with what's her name? Alba Fire tried to trip her over, only for her to kick right off. This is where she ends up kicking what's her name out. Chelsea Green now is causing all the chaos. This is where she's like, get the hell out of here! Like you're not helping. So what you're doing out here with that championship. This is where the Chelsea Green. I'm showing some support for my friend. This is where Piper throws Carter into Chance, then body slams the did that Piper driver that she did to Katana. I mean not Katana, Kaden for a 1-2-3. Winner of this match, Piper Niven and Alba Fire, which I believe that now that this new ring announcer, what's his name was Mark Nash, I believe that's what his name is. That's replacing Lillian Garcia, but. Man, this is where then he announced that it was the Secret Harvest, which that's the new faction name. This is where we got them doing a post match beatdown with Chelsea Green talking trash. This is where Katana Chance are coming to save day, but luckily Zelina Vega scared him off and tried to fight. They brought them and took him out like one by one until Chelsea Green decided to come in like after she ran out of the ring. This is where she tried to hit the Unpretty Her. This is where we got. Now, I believe that. I think they do have like new wrestlers come in every single day. Like that's why they have NXT for like to see who's the next talent. Yeah, which I think there will be like new wrestlers being on the Raw and SmackDown roster. Give it about this year and next year, which you'll probably see something totally different that you're not used to. But anyway, this is where we got Chelsea Green to almost hit the Unprettier, only for Zelina Vega. Here's the code red, if I'm not mistaken, like right in the middle. That's where she ends up hitting it, but this is where. But Alba Fire gets her with a super kick and the interceptions where Chelsea gets like, oh, thank you, Secret Harvest Alba. This is where the Piper Niven go for a senton to make sure she's dead. This is where they stand up tall, like with them standing over the kayfabe lifeless body of Zelina Vega. And do you think this is the right opponent for Chelsea, like at WrestleMania? Which I think like maybe they should do like a different kind of match, like maybe have every woman that's in the mid card fight for the belt, or maybe a ladder match or a battle royal. Like it could be anything. Let me know down in the comment section right down below, Assassinators, when you think it may. But they put that this Women's United States Championship situation is kind of in the corner. Hopefully it gets easily corrected, like in the foreseeable future. But moving on, we got. Moving on, we got. And we got Drain Elliott, like this. This is we got an attendance of a Drain Elliott of a UFC fighter, like that. That's like a light heavyweight a feather light heavyweight fighter, if I'm not mistaken. But this is where we got Braun Strowman coming out, which this I would say this is the match of the night, but I had to double down on it and make it what's it called? The bronze trophy as a third place spot. They're giving up happened at the last minute, which it doesn't even make any sense for this to happen, even though it kind of probably makes sense for them to follow this up. But anyway, that's where we get to the United States Championship, man. Then Braun Strowman started hitting some strikes onto LA Knight, but LA Knight started fighting back, started hitting some right strikes onto him. This is where LA Knight ends up getting thrown by Braun Strowman. This is where we got Braun Strowman then ends up hip tossing him right into the middle of the ring. Like once he got him right into a what they call a running clothesline attack. But this is where we try to go for a pin. Jessica Carr only counted the two. No, that was Jessica Carr. It was the other female referee. Like it was I forget her name. But yeah, this is where we got her only got like a 2 even count. This is where we got Braun Strowman start going for belly tackles right on what's his name? LA Knight. That's where he did him right in the outside of her second one. But he got like not one but swat. No, he did not hit baseball side kicks once, but hit him twice. LA Knight and shout out to the fans today. That's what I'm talking about until he come out and get hit with a big boot devastatingly. And look, Braun Strowman like, oh, man, that wasn't easy. But this is where we got the powerful force and all of pro wrestling came on. Maybe we got Braun Strowman trying to go for right hand. And that's going for little stroking points that make the fans say, yeah. Every time Braun Strowman tries to go over clothesline, he immediately gets countered until Braun Strowman needs him in the midsection when he tries to keep repeatedly doing it. And this is why the Braun Strowman then ended up sending him right to the bottom right corner side, only for him to get denied by the Mega Star. This is where he gets swinging neck breaker by Mr. Los Angeles. But that's why LA Knight got him down. Like, if he just hit the jetpack power slam, this is where he hits him with the LA Knight spill. Everybody's saying the elbow drop. This is where I'm trying to go for a pin, but this is where Braun Strowman kicked out of it immediately at 2 point.
He's eating something right now, so.
Sorry, bro. I'm trying to stay awake. Yeah. I eat some sugary. Yeah. But anyway, this is where we got trying to go for a blunt force trauma, but Braun Strowman caught him, hit him, slam him down until this little, I don't know, like this little backdropping slam that looks like a back suplex. Braun Strowman closed arm out of the ring. That's why he turned to a monster train when he whipped off his shirt. That's where he was like, start spinning around, try to go for a Strowman Express. Well, this is where the match immediately got ended because somebody hit the fly elbow right in front of the face onto Braun Strowman. This is where the referee was smartly to call for a DQ call. Was smart to call a DQ finish because it sure as hell wasn't LA Knight because he never done an elbow like that before, especially that high. And that you already guessed it. We like, it don't matter who it is, it's going to get disqualified. And it was indeed the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. And this is where we got Jacob Fatu picks him up, and he's just something like, no, I've never seen before. Along with something impossible happened. He picks up Braun Strowman, Samoan drops him right to a table, but only for the table not to explode, which, if you see 200-300 pounders before, try to drop somebody right to on the announce table, it usually ends up not great. Like, yeah, that makes the whole announce table explode. I'm so surprised. They put extra hardened to make sure they won't crash right through it. But at the same time, we should have had something that's safe, but easier to break through next time with the announce tables. Like, yeah, this was like, even if you did that in the ring off the top rope, maybe it would have exploded as well. Like you did almost over 20 years ago with that carnated beast and the 7-foot whale. But anyway, it's like Jacob I just thought headbutt every headbutt. And I'm like, if everything that had to do with last week, what they Friday he's doing out here, but I know like maybe he shouldn't be out here because like what's gonna happen with him. All right, with him moving on from the United States Championship on the road to WrestleMania at this time. Now I don't know why and then the DQ fans, but they're quite interesting. But maybe we'll see him get a shot in the United States Championship. Only for him to get cost like I'm gonna consider about to get Braun Strowman. And anyway, it was Jacob Fudge who hit Braun Strowman not with one, not with two, but probably 3 straight hip attacks. Like it was Saturday night's main event all over again. And really finished him off with the triple springboard moonsault. I really start advertising what Jimbo did last week when he challenged Gunther for a match. And he told like Gunther's like, just don't slip into anything like your twin brother, which provoked Jimbo and hits him with a ginormous slap onto Gunther, which you could probably see Jimbo's handprint on his left side of his face. Like, do more damages in the matter. Like if he's a wrestler from the other company, which I'm not really going to talk much about at this time. Then we got Jimbo. I did an interview with Jackie Redmond, like letting her know what we're gonna do with Gunther. Like I'm gonna take care of what I need to. Like it was early enough that my twin brother, main event Jay, continued to doubt himself. Like just because you like 0-3 against Gunther, don't make it unbeatable, right? The ring general, like he could beat God. Like I will go. We'll whoop his ass. Like my brother will go right to man. We'll bust his ass too. Oh yeah, he's gonna become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. It's gonna be like this, Jackie, with them doing the yeet together, like yeet with the fans even saying it in London. But that's where the men started mocking Jimbo, like once he walked right past him, like when or walk right by him, like when he told Carmelo Hayes, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, yeet, and then it's where it like, and Jimbo's like, well, that's supposed to be what? Like, excuse me, did he say anything about me? And the man's like, oh, I ain't very fun. Like, that, like, you think you're a tough guy, like, even you think you're a tough guy, but but in your whole life you've been known as the other Uso. Like, don't you get it? Right? Who your brother? Like, y'all a career sidekick. Like, Gunther is the main character. Like, he's the main character. Like, you never beat Gunther, so is Jey Uso. Like, like y'all split on the trailer of becoming known as Roman's bloodline, which I was like, I don't know what that got to do with anything, but they come out here like yeah, you're in the other side of the club right now. You can give me. This brother, the Miz is like, yeah, I'm a main eventer of WrestleMania by defeating John Cena and a 2-time WWE champion, a 2-time Grand Slam champion, and other multi-year come. Like, I've been in this entire industry, and after WrestleMania, like neither will main event Jay. He's like, oh, one more thing, by the way, like you ever, like if it was me, if it's where the Miz like, if I was Gunther and you slapped me like that, like you would be already in the ground right now. But this is where Jimbo did put down the test. This is where he tried to attempt to go slap him, but this is where we like somewhat of a fearless competitor to Miz being right now. He blocks his face from getting slapped. This is where then Carmelo's like, why am I associated with the guy? This is where Jimbo's like you know, Miz, like, but here we tell him what the thing is, like. How about you and I face later on tonight? And then it's where this turned into an official match, just like Randy and Drew McIntyre did. But it match, I'll say probably he's gonna be getting the blue ribbon of the night. I hate to give it but these ribbon matches and the trophies in the lower card and the bronze, I would say is probably like at its best average. Even though maybe the Jacob Fatu thing, like probably it should have ended. I mean I should say like the or maybe like Jacob Fatu, maybe Jacob Fatu not get involved with LA Knight versus Braun Strowman shouldn't have been occurred, even though they're not trying to make none of them look weak, and maybe they're planning on doing a multi-man United States Championship match, something similar to like the Intercontinental Championship. But let me know what that may be in WWE. Let me know down in the comments. But remember, they're showing the Undertaker's going to be doing a one dead man show on during WrestleMania weekend. This is where we got Jacob Fatu. Then went to the back and then was totally heated. But this is where Solo Sikoa came in. Like, what the hell was that all about? This was like, if you got to say something, like just saying this word to Jacob Fatu's like, I don't have nothing to say to nobody. Like, as a matter of fact, but he was like, where you were at, like not tapping with me, like and like. Like, why y'all hang around me when I was trying to earn myself a shot at that belt? And that should have been me against Los Angeles Knight, not Braun Strowman. This word top 10, but Jacob. This is what Jacob Fatu hilariously said, like responding back saying, but Jacob, nothing, which he earns himself a silver trophy of the night, because that was totally hilarious, you gotta admit. Even though it's supposed to be a serious moment on the segment, but at the same time, like, yeah, Jacob Fatu just have a personality. He's that guy. Like, he's the guy WWE's probably looking for. Like, that's probably a future world champion in his time. But where Jacob Fatu, like, no, before he gotten to the point, this is where the Soul Cole's told him like he better lower his tone, like the way he's speaking to him. And this is where Jacob Fatu is like, okay, like, bro, let me be like very clear, like between you two here. Like when it comes to Braun Strowman here, I will be the last man standing. Like whether you better get in like where you fit in, like, and he's like, because that U.S. title, like, oh, like I'm gonna bring it home to the family, like it's like I'm like whether if it's with you, which he pointed right directly at Tama Tonga, and then once he said or without you, he'd go right directly to Solo Sikoa's direction when he put his hand out, like pointing like this. And I was like, like I think they're kind of teasing some kind of split here in the future showdown in the showcase of the Immortals event with the what's going to start to be halfway packed, the WrestleMania card with a few matches are already being confirmed, like along with the championship matches. So I wouldn't be doubting that they plan on doing some kind of a future showdown between these two. They still got like 3 weeks away from build, like hopefully that they capitalize next week, like with Jacob Fatu get an opportunity, and then with only for Solo to cost him, where they can show that they could prove it could be. No, he's all against him, and he going to admit that, yeah, like he cost him. He did cost him a shot at the United States Championship, like only because like he was listening to him, and then he should be champion before he does, or whatever. But yeah, like wherever his excuse is, like which will lead up into a showdown between the two cousins. And would you like to see that? And do you think that one of them is going to turn on the other? Maybe Solo turning on Jacob? Let me know in the comment section right down below. But it's where we got Naomi. Then, the sit down in the video, this was like, she's like, I always been known to be the woman of doing the right thing, even when last time she was a heel. I was like, man, like maybe she should do a faction like she did 10 years ago, like and have like a cousin-in-law and a best friend that's like a sister to her. Oh, that's right. I think none of them are on the WWE roster anymore, which I know one of them in particular is probably going to be competing tomorrow at the other company's event. But that's a different video for a different day. But this is where we got the one, and this is where we got this very hilarious and very insane outfit that probably look ridiculous in real life, which it was like some police tape, like kind of outfit, like would make as a top. And the way she had this outfit on, even when she competed tonight in the match, she kind of reminds me like a female version of that short guy that used to associate with JBL. What's his name? Orlando Jordan. That's what he kind of reminds me of. Remind me of him, like the man that like was like the right hand man of JBL when he had that little faction with the Basham brothers. They were the WWE Tag Team Champion. He was the United States Champion when he beat John Cena for that belt, and JBL was the WWE Champion. Kind of reminds me of them, like from 20 years ago. Like that's what she kind of reminds me of. But when he left WWE and joined their former competition, now partner TNA, like with the police tape kind of outfit. And it's just like any attack from Jay was any different. Like for me, doing the right thing, which she was just saying like she was doing the. Yeah, she claimed that she was doing the right thing for Bianca Belair, like so she won't get used by Jade Cargill. Or like even if it was so, like that, like two wrongs don't make a right by attacking Jade. This is what Bianca Belair, like I sacrifice all I get it, and that's what really breaks my heart with her. Like, look like if she's dealing with a breakup, like if she was like a female character that's trying to get trying to get trying to get over, but she can't like from a breakup, like in a drama, in some kind of a drama movie, I should say. Yeah, he's like Jay trying to take my place, like with you, Bianca. This is what you. I want you to ask yourself, Bianca. Uh, who let me ask you, who is what inspired you, Bianca? Who inspired you earlier the last decade of being in WWE? Like, most important, who's got your help? Who had your back since day one, since you've been here? Right, looking very psychotically, I'll say psychotically insane, if that's the right term to put it. This way to start wiping her face with the tears and her. You're like, and what I've learned from all this, like you teach people how to train you. Like, well, I'm entitled to treat at the third wheel and in this business. I'm entitled to be pushing the side and being the nice. Like I'm tired of being undervalued, like equal, and not to mention underappreciated, which she said in loud shouting voice by pounding her hands. But it's where then Bianca, I mean not Bianca, Naomi's like, but now moving forward that she stated, like, well, like we're gonna move forward. Like, here's my message to you, Jade. Like, if you continue like to be in my way, like I'll strongly advise you, like, is to proceed like with caution, like which I believe that's her new gimmick is the yellow light because she's been all glowy green, which she's not about going. She's all about using caution while proceeding to go like in the lights, like going through traffic, which I guess that's her new gimmick. She's the new traffic light character. But what are your thoughts on this gimmick? Or should I say the haywire traffic light character? I guess you could put it at because she's gone haywire, thinking that she was doing a favor for her best friend Bianca, only for her to cause some trouble that should have been avoided in the begin with. But what are your thoughts on this gimmick? And who's your pick on who's going to win at WrestleMania when they do make this official? Which, even though they haven't announced this to be a match yet, probably not until in the next 7 days. But this is where we got the potential opponent of Naomi was in the office with Nicholas the Ridiculous, which I believe which he wanted to be extra unridiculous, considering he's in his own home country of England. Is where then Jay Carter. Like I've been trying to get my hands on Naomi over the last for the last week. Like, where's like it's like and this is where Nicholas was like well, like I haven't seen her. Nobody haven't seen her like in all day, like since we've been here in London. This is where Jay Carter like. This is where Jay Carter was like that. That doesn't mean that she's not around. Like her presence is on site, and this is where Nicholas was like, okay, like, but I'll keep an eye out on her. This is where we got. This is where we got Jay Carter walk out. This is where she ran into B Fab and Me Chin. This was like, hey, and this is where B Fab like, listen, like what Naomi did to you, that was complete trash. Like, that was not to mention uncalled behavior. Like, you put your hand, yeah, when you put your hands on it, like you will do that. But first, like, I want to help you take care of her. And that's where there's like yeah, like we got our own problems. Like I got a problem with Charlotte for messing with my girl here, B Fab. Like you Jade like have problems with Naomi. This is where then it is a B Fab. Look, Naomi has deserves everything that's coming to her. Like and most importantly, no regrets. Like Jade, take it, finish the job. And this is where then what's her name This is where what the Jay Carter's like, yeah, I will, and he's like, wish her good luck. But this is where we got. This is where they showed like WWE Evolve, like which that show you can watch exclusively on Tubi every Wednesday. Which maybe I should give it a try. Like I'm not sure what day I should be watching it, which I'll probably give it very very soon. But this is where we got Me Chin and. They came out by waving her arms right into the fans. But when her theme song started playing, she's the HBIC. But this is where we got Naomi came out. This is where she immediately attacks both B-Fab and what's her name, B Chin. Like once they got in the ring, this is where she was like, and there's nothing that you could do about it. This is where they started beating the hell out of poor both of these women. Is where we got Jay Cargo chase after Naomi with her with her just completely running out of there. This is where Jay Cargill and Jay Cargill check on both B and Meech, and this is where just like it's too late about B Fab because she did some definite damage by throwing her back first into Barry's tombstone and throwing her belly first right into Allen's top, like right onto the announce table. That's where we got like a female paramedic member, and Jay Cargo carried B Fab out of the arena. This is where she did a stare down as soon as like Charlotte Flair came into the arena, which I like the way they did that. Like we never got a chance to see these two clash in a singles contest. Like ever since Jay Cargill made her debut in WWE about a year and a half ago. But now we can finally do this, and maybe like if Charlotte Flair does beat Tiffany Stratton, we could see her like we could see like these two could clash over for the WWE Women's Championship. That'll be very interesting to see. And let me know in the comments below who do you want to see like win that match, like and walk out of the whatever event for the title as the champion. Let me know down in the comment section right down below. Or whenever event that title is going to be on the line, I should say. But Charlotte Flair immediately went out there with probably a 75% meat chin because she got like a quarter amount of beatings from the glowing wrestler of Naomi. But we got Me Chin and did not waste no time though because she grabbed on Charlotte, hit the tornado DDT, trying to go for a pin like if it was her signature finisher, which of course is your boy SNA's signature because he liked doing those tornadoes before going for spears. But we got Me Chin try to go for a wrist lock, try to go for but she ends up getting kicked right into the midsection by Charlotte. This is where she gets back suplex by the Queen of Flares. Then Charlotte Flair throws her right to the upper right corner, but this is where she ends up getting thrown right to the upper Left side, she goes for a cartwheel flip, boots Mi Chin right to the face when she try and close on her. This is where she goes for a springboard spear into a schoolgirl, try to go for a pin, but this is where Mi Chin goes for a roundhouse kick right to her face because she might have saw something suspicious that Shaw Flair was doing. It probably gave her some probably gave her some kind of I don't know, PTSD, even though it didn't have nothing happen to her with Charlotte, which I'm not gonna get into at this time, but maybe she saw something like that, like because she saw from another wrestler that used to wrestle here, like that experienced something from Charlotte, like she did not want to get that type of experience. So she got to the point, try to hit a cannonball, but this is where Shaw Flair then ends up moving out of the way, and then she gets a super kick onto the face, onto Mi Chin, is where we got Shaw Flair then ends up trying to go for a moonsault, only for that to go backfire in the bottom left side. We got Mi Chin going for like a power bomb like maneuver. This is where she slams her right directly back first into the ground. This is where we got Shaw Flair immediately kicks out though. However, this is where we got. This is where Mi Chin's like, what to do to put her away? This is where Mi Chin is like, okay, how about I pick her up and try to go for a move that way? But it's where she hits immediately get forearmed right into the face. Mi Chin goes for a roundhouse kick and a Pele kick, not to mention. This is where we got Mi Chin goes to the right corner side, hits the knee strike right into the face. Mi Chin goes for a cover, but this is where we got Shaw Flair immediately goes for a kick out at 2 point. What was it? Forward. This is where Mi Chin's like, oh, come on, this should be it. This is where she going for German suplex. Only for Shaw Flair to break free, hit a big old elbow, not to mention the knife edge chop, not once but twice, or maybe thrice, but them going for a chop. Like every time she does, everybody starts cheering like, woo! And this is where she ends up going for a fourth time, which she finished off the match. Let me rephrase that. This is where we got this was trying to boot her out of the ring, but luckily Mi Chin dodged out of the way, hit the back suplex. Then we got the HBIC that ended up back into her feet. This is where she hit her with her guaranteed signature move, which is a cannonball, which knocked out the Queen of Flares. Then she goes for a wrist lock, and it's try to eat the feet, but this is where we got Shaw Flair pushes right off. This is where she tried to go for a back suplex, but Mi Chin flipped right to the upper right corner. This is where she hits a guaranteed eat defeat, and you would probably expect this to be the win. If I'll say if Mi Chin was over right now, like it as a main event level star, this would be the case. But this is where once you try to go for one and try to go for a two, this is where Shaw Flair gets the right foot up right into the ropes in the left side. This is where just something that stopped her from an extra second away from winning. This is where she was like, how in the hell that she got her foot, how long his her legs are. Like, she got more long legs than Patrick Star in the first SpongeBob movie when he put on those high heels with those little what's that, the pantyhose, whatever that is that he was wearing. But this is where Shaw Flair grab onto the leg, bends it down like boom. It's with her own legs. Then she turned it to the figure eight, and then it was too much for the HBIC Mi Chin wrestler. This is where she had no choice but to tap. And winner of this match, Charlotte Flair. And I guess you got to send another message. Now I'm fearing for the life of Tiffy. We ended up in the same fate. But that's where we got, speaking of, Tiffy, this is where she ends up getting interviewed by, what's her name? Jackie Redmond. But before I get into the match, what are your thoughts on the Shaw Flair versus Mi Chin match? I would say nothing like really, just something that's the fill in for the mid card. But like it just shows that Shaw Flair is still like the queen of burial. Like ever since day one of 2016. Like I understand why I just brought up the name of that. But anyways, we got Tiffany Stratton was interviewed. This is where Tiffany Stratton then took a shot on what everybody been talking about with everybody saying that Charlotte kind of buried Tiffany Stratton, or even like out promoted her. Like this is where she was like, this is where she did so by stating that she loves to talk, like even when somebody else is trying to talk. Like, and I'll say that's true. You cannot argue at the current reigning defending women's champion on that statement. But here's where Well, she said, I'm trying to think of what. But yeah, this is where dude, like, and she finally starts showing up for the literal sakes of everybody. And you like they say what happened in Vegas stays in Vegas. Like I'm gonna make sure, damn sure, that what stays in Vegas is one thing is Charlotte's biggest ego, like of her whole entire career. And you like because I'm in walking out of WrestleMania as your WWE Women's Championship. And I'm like, yeah, I hope in some capacities, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind if Charlotte does win, but it still show like a reputation that she's the queen of burials, like something like someone that experienced that before being accused of, like the likes of John Cena, Hulk Hogan, Goldberg, who else that did some burying, or everybody accused him of doing it. But it's what this where then what's his name, like then Joe Tessitore then said, like, yeah, like just like what Tiffany Stratton just said, like mentioned about wherever Vegas stays in Vegas, that's appropriate. That's an appropriate term that the state, like, especially with the after dark after party, like on the WrestleMania. This where the and then that will indeed be like after the shows, which I believe a lot of the elder fans will probably like something like that, which hopefully it's not too wild. But I want to ask you, assassinators, like, are you going to be attending that party? Just out of curiosity, let me know in the comments down below. But this is where we got Randy Orton that came out like in yeah, this match, which y'all got to admit, this was probably the best match of the night. But yeah, like I haven't seen like I had seen these guys wrestle in a one-on-one manner probably in over 4 years, probably since 2021 when Drew McIntyre was still like the world champion in the second reign in WWE. They already start advertising about Triple H like being inducted in the 2025 Hall of Fame, but this is where we got. That's where we got Drew McIntyre. Like that finally came out. Like once, like he got back from commercial break. And man, like these guys will never get tiring of watch. Even had my brother intrigued about this match, even though he watched like a little glimpse of it, like just because I was watching it. Because yeah, he remember growing up watching these two, especially Randy Orton. But it's like really, like they really fighting right now. Like yeah, like it's like back in the good old days. Like, but this time the both of them on SmackDown. But that's where they got both of them all going to grapple until Randy Orton won with the headlock. That's where he got him in the upper left corner, side corner. But that's where Drew McIntyre dips in the bottom, throws him in the top. That's where he tried to go for shoulder attack, going for Drew McIntyre. Say he's more stronger than him. You heard what's his name? You already heard what Mr. Mark Nash said. I weigh now 275 pounds, like which is probably like 10 more pounds than he originally weighed, like which he was probably tied with Roman Reigns at 260. Randy Orton was just at 200 and I believe like 250 pounds last time that I watched him, but now he got probably gained 20 more pounds at 270. Like which he's like, which Drew McIntyre probably poked fun at him and said, yeah, and I'm also 5 more pounds than you are. That makes me more stronger. And this is where Randy Orton's like, all right, but sometimes like it's not all about how much weight that you weigh more than or less than your opponent. It's all about the technical skills. But this is where we got Drew McIntyre, like, yeah, whatever you say. This is where then we got them. I went through a hand grabbing challenge, which Randy Orton ended up winning. Him kicking him right in the gut. Then Randy Orton, he throws him right into the face. Then we got. I got the big right hand, and then this is where they try to go for it, but Randy Orton flipped right underneath him, hits him with a tripping over face first right into the turnbuckle. Not time for my turn with him hitting some right hands until he got up to count of 10 with the fans start chanting with him because he is a fan-loving baby face, like naturally, but this is where Randy Orton throws him right shoulder first, right into the right in the shoulder, right into the left shoulder first. Let me rephrase that, like into the in the exact same corner's ring post in the inner part, like in the ring until he went right in the outside. Randy Orton followed him. That's where he tried to collect him, but he ends up getting face first right onto out of the announce table. And Drew McIntyre had an idea, tried to go for some kind of a move right during the announce table. But this is where Drew McIntyre tried to take a page out of Randy Orton's playbook of a back suplex right now on the announce table. Only Randy Orton hit a right hand onto him, or if it was a left hand, he hit one of his own, which he then back first, which we can hear what's name in the background, Joe Tessitore echoing, saying like he just threw him like right on out on the announce table instead. Like he said, like which I believe there's something wrong with the audio. Like I'm not sure if someone tripped on the cord or somebody in the production accidentally like pressed on something that gave it an echo effect. But it's where then we got Randy Orton hit another one while the powerful force in all of pro wrestling came on after he redo the count. But it's where we got them back in the ring once the adverts was off, like the partial one, I should say. That's where we got Drew McIntyre hitting some right hands, some knife edge chop, like this 2K24 and maybe even 25. When you hold on, like on Xbox, it's X. Well, no, X, that is X, but on PlayStation, it's square. Like when you hold on to it and where you get that green line, and if you get it perfectly, you get a shot. But if you don't hit it right exactly on the circle, you get counted and get hit instead. But yeah, this is where then Randy Orton gets thrown right to the upper left corner side. Randy Orton bounced right off of there. This is where he started going for clotheslines. He started going for his comeback maneuver, like if it's 2013 all over again. This is where then he thought, now it's time for you to give me a clothesline, but he tricked Drew McIntyre because he ducks out of Drew's version. Reruns right to the left side, hit the power slam. This is where then Randy Orton's like, yeah, like business is tradition. And this is where then he's like, yeah, and I feel better than I ever been. Like I said, ever since I came back here from my long back injury break. But this is where he tried to hit him with the draping spike DDT, only for him getting jaw break. This is where then we got him to try to run and try to come here, Randy. This is where Randy was like, no, come here, Drew. And this is where he got him right to the bottom corner, got guaranteed. With the bomb start popping all around his head, like, bah, 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 bah. And he's going to go slide up and hits him with the DDT with his legs still hanging on to the ropes. This is where the Randy Orton was and then Randy Orton's like, okay, now my signature move has been hit. Like now it's time. You know what that means. With the UK crowd know exactly what was on his mind. And those are only three letters that the voices keeps telling them to do, like into his opponent. That's where he was thinking about the other thing. Like he was like, maybe I should do a punt kick until he immediately got interrupted by a guy that he's going to be facing at WrestleMania, which that is being Kevin Owens, which he was walking down onto the aisle in the ramp. That's where the Randy was like, you, but somebody that I'm already fighting, as much as I want to beat the hell out of somebody whoever I'm fighting, I sure as hell want to do it to you, and I promise I'm going to kick you right in the skull. And the way he started saying that, he promising Kevin to do that at WrestleMania, kind of gave a sign that we could see like a different side of the Viper in some shape or form. Like with him, it's not gonna be just a one-off. He's probably gonna be using this more often. Something similar like his 2020 days and his 2009 days. Like when he used it more frequently than he would usually do like these days. But anyway, this is where we got Randy Orton's like, I'm still coming after you. And that's where but he got distracted because he ends up getting hit with a Claymore kick from the distraction by Kevin Owens. Drew McIntyre immediately, what's it called? Taking advantage of the moment of it. That's where it gets the 1, 2, 3. I guess taking a page out of Damian Priest's playbook. And your winner of this match, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. But it's where Kevin Owens tried to attack Randy Orton, send him right down the announce table after he lost the Scottish Warrior. He tried to hit him with the pile driver, which he promised that he's going to do to him at WrestleMania, which that sounds very similar to like WWE 2K24 and 25. Well, I'm not sure much about 25 because I haven't played that game yet, but I will. But anyways, but also with Randy Orton, like with him, but like Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, like if you save up 3 finishers, you can hit the super finisher, which his is Randy Orton's the Avalanche RKO and off the top rope and the punt kick. And Kevin Owens have the package pile driver, right? Is his super finisher, which I believe they're trying to making this like a stipulation match, like you would play on WWE 2K. WWE 2K games, I should say. But this is where Kevin Owens tried to go for the mover. Randy Orton side ducks out of the way, trips him out over, hits him back first. Like this where then we got Randy Orton. Like, oh my jaw. This is where Randy Orton had Kevin Owens in position like early, like for him to do like a move that he wanted to do to him. Ever since he kept coming back at what's called Elimination Chamber, which he claimed that the voices in his head was telling him to do, like just do it, just punt kick him, like until his head is not still standing on his shoulders. That's where then That's why he was about to hit this with a punt. This way, then Kevin Owens sweeping and ran right out of the ring, like typical heel cowardness. That's where the security guards pulled him back, which I understand why they did so. But anyways, and helped Kevin Owens got in the way. But I mean, nothing against KO, but I just like to see the punt kick to be successfully executed in general. But it's where they showed like the next episode of WWE LFG, like with Gunther being the special guest. Like, and this is where he's like you're irreplaceable. Like point some of them like that. He's like you are just unlucky, and he's like who definitely needs you? This is where he's like you're just too happy to this one girl, which she was like, who do you think he is? But when we started seeing Booker T was being harsh at one LFG member, like for him like getting into the getting getting on him about getting it done like better like as an in-ring grappler, but that's where we got this is where you saw the same vignettes of the teasers of a triangle and then the dark 4, which is number 4 guy, which I believe he knows Zelina Vega, given the fact that he probably lives with her, like not as a roommate, though, of course not. And that guy that could have something to do with Penta El Ziedo, or I should say. But yeah, like they start teasing them about it, and I wonder, when you think they're going to make their debuts in specifics. Let me know in the comments down below, which I think y'all already probably know that this is probably going to be anytime after WrestleMania, but what's going to be the exact time for it? But before we get to that, we're going to be looking at, we're going to now recap on what happened between Jimbo and The Miz. But also, I gotta admit that just because it was Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, it automatically gets that way. But I'll say, but in a way that for them to put on a very impressive performance, like with Drew McIntyre, getting the win thanks to the distraction by Kevin Owens, with them teasing that they're going to hit the pile driver or the punt kick onto each other, between Owens and Orton. Battle of the last name that starts with letter O's. Well, Owens is real. His last name's not really it is Owens, of course, but we all know that. But we're just trying to play along, get to the story. But anyways, we are. Some might say where happened to be Damian Priest at, but we're gonna get into that in just a moment. But it gets the golden trophy of tonight. This is where we got Jimbo that ends up going for an attack right onto to what's the name, to the Miz. He did it from the bottom corner side. This is where he gets countered by the Miz. This is where he then hits the knee strike right into the midsection. Got him snapmare the opposite side, with him facing the right corner side, which he went to the bottom corner, hit a boot right into Jimbo's face. Like the total opposite what he would normally do to his opponents. This is where we got the A-lister then ends up going for knees right into his back. Then we got the Miz to start choking him out. This is where Jimbo then counted through him right to the outside, run to the left, try to go for the Uso splash, but this is where he knew the Miz was moving to the side. He's like, nice try. This is where he's like, hey, M, like, yeet, and this is where he hit the big old right hand, right, or uppercut right into the lower left jaw, like, of the Miz. This is where, like, boom, he went flipping right into the bottom left corner side. This is where Jimbo's like, hey, yeah, that'll be for you, Gunt. And then this is where we got the Big Jimbo then ends up bringing him back in the ring. But this is where we got the powerful force. And all the professional wrestling came on. And once the adverts came right back on, we all know who was on top now. It was none other than the Miz, because thanks to the powerful force. Then they started going for roundhouse kicks after roundhouse kicks, like if he was his former NXT protege from like 15 years ago, which he should have been a protege of that guy. But this is where the Miz hit the sliding clothesline, right, and then went right into the top corner. Try to go for a springboard crossbody, but ends up getting super kicked by main event Jimbo Uso. This is where he didn't try to go for a splash, like if he's his brother, like main event Jay. This is where he easily got the 3, like just immediately after 1, 2, 3. Winner of this match, Big Jimbo. And do you think that we could see the same thing happening this coming Monday, when they stay in London, when they be live on the broadcast on Netflix here in America? This is where Jimbo then try to ask, like, give me a microphone. This is where Joe Tessitore was like, okay, take my headset. And then this is where it's like Jimbo's like, okay, close enough. Like, given my experience from 10 years ago with me being like a commentator, like, until my injuries were cleared up. Yeah, I can do it. You're welcome. But that's where Jimbo just said, like, I'm coming after you, Gunther. Like, this way, he's like, yeah, like, he's like, and I'm going to salute to that. Like, and I'm going to say a no yeet to you. And that's where he said to them, like, when him taking off the headset. This is where then we got, this is where Drew McIntyre ran into like a Grammy Award winning singer and songwriter, which I believe his name, which he's a England native himself. This is where then he's like, congratulations on Randy Orton. I'm trying to think of his name. What's his name? Louis Capaldi? Yeah, but before I get into that, excuse me for a moment.
After you get your diaper change, you can have it. Go get your diaper change. It's got shit all over you. Jordan, you keep emptying, I'm going to smack you in your face. Get your blood change and then you can have a popsicle. Yeah, you're about to get shit on that carpet, so somebody comes to... Yeah. Stop moving, Jordan. That's not your boss. Instead of eating out, we need to start cooking. Exactly.
All right, assassinators, I'm back here. But yeah, this is where we got the song this Grammy award winning songwriter and singer like then met up with Drew McIntyre backstage. Then what else happened next? There was this is where this is where they told him to check something out backstage and in WWE. This is where I'm about to head out and then go to my next destination. Like you have a great night. This is where he gave a handshake to this guy. This is where they hug, and this is where Jack Graham is like okay. This is like Root, and this is where Drew McIntyre, okay, Jackie, right, come here and just say what you need to say to your good old favorite Scotsman. And this is where he's like Drew, like this. I just want to say congratulations to you. And this is where. Oh shoot!
You missed it.
You ain't even clean his ass all the way.
Julian. You should do it.
Yeah, you bad. They fucking teach you.
And then you can have your pop.
Yeah.
Vinegar is at the door. He said you're here.
You got an extra one. The last one just I just used the last one. That's the last one on white. Okay, Trey.
Where do you get them good?
Right,
In
right
between
up.
crack real good?
Yeah, in between, yeah.
Okay, back.
In the back, too, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my house is smelling so bad.
Jake, you said vinegar's at the door.
Deadly vinegar?
I've known him for a long time.
Darren needs to talk about him.
I've known him for like a long time.
For what? Like, this is on Darren?
Probably dinner, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
You're probably gonna say eggs, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Thank you.
You're welcome, buddy.
he said, you know, you want to yeah, very cool. Very cool. He said, okay.
Okay. Let's get back to the podcast. This is where we got this is like, oh yeah, this is where we got back to the interviews. Like, I would congratulate you on the victory. Like, and what happened tonight? Like, and this is where then Drew McIntyre like, oh, don't worry about that, Jackie. Like, see what happens. Like, I don't care about other people's business. Like, as long as nobody don't screw Drew McIntyre, yeah, like you're all good. Or blah blah blah. Like, yeah, like he's been saying like since the end of 2023, he's not trying to get nobody. He's like, and nobody don't. Like, yeah, as long as nobody will get involved in my business, like, I win. Like, I defeat Randy Orton. I called Damian Priest, and I called out Damian Priest last week, and, like, he didn't even show up with his cowardly ass because he don't even have the balls for it. Like, so I'm going to go out, like, and And this was like, and like I'm gonna do a little after party, like so everybody is all invited, like and everybody could get mad at Drew McIntyre and then lose an apology. So good night, everybody. And then that's where he went directly right to the back exit. But it's where guess who was waiting there as soon as he opens the door? Yep, you guessed it. It was Mr. Damian Priest. He came in, hits a big old right hand, drags him in the outside, hits him right into this into this little box-like structure, and then this way he ends up face first onto a random guy's car that was like a what they call a BMW convertible. Yeah, this is where it is like, hey, what the hell are you doing with my car? Like we're doing within my car. Here's where he dragged this guy, hits him with a double-handed choke slam, slams him right into this table that was right beside him. Here's where the Drew McIntyre hit the face first right in the back hood of the car. This is where he did. This is where he hit the face first right into the side of the car. This is where he threw him right on the windshield. This is where the Drew McIntyre picked him up. And what you gonna do now, please? Like this, where he's like, I'm gonna end you once and for all before we make it to Mania. With him probably attempting to go for a future shock DDT right to the windshield of the car, but it's where then Damian Priest gouged him in the eyes. Picks him up, hits the South of Heaven's choke slam right into the windshield window, like onto the car, like hitting him back first. This is when they call him a piece of a jackass, like. Yeah, I guess that's probably a better term to use it when it comes to cursing. That's where I got the producers and the security finally came in, with Drew McIntyre grabbing onto his eye that he got raked on by Damian Priest, with him just poking and gouging it. But this is where we got the main what they call the main event segment that was going to happen, which is the contract signing segment. I was thinking maybe this could open the show, but I'll say maybe this would probably be better, like because we got a super surprise. Not only like it's gonna be official, but we got something that's probably gonna be very fortunate for us fans that's gonna be watching, and maybe for CM Punk as well. But it's really showed a vignette of John Cena and Cody Rhodes this past Monday, which we will be seeing them fight at WrestleMania. And that's where Nicholas the Ridiculous came out here because he wanted to be extra unridiculous, like when he's in his home country of England. He was like, you know, the reason why I'm out here is because of everybody's here. Like, you know, why additional security guards are here tonight. We're all here, is to sign the contract with contract for this triple threat match that's going to be super special. Probably the greatest triple threat match that's ever happened in the greatest showcase event of the year. And also, what else he said, while he was at, it is going to be the biggest triple threat match in the history of WrestleMania. And it will indeed be Seth freaking Rollins, and who else is that? Versus CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, which everybody was cheering for all three of them because I guess they're all technically baby faces, which he pointed out when he said Roman Reigns, which his theme music started playing, like dun, 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 on. Like if it's like what's that? It's like WrestleMania 40, like last year when they did the little symphony of the theme song, which they still want to keep because it's which it has that mysterious action-packed sounds and do dun, 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 with the symphony, but Roman Reigns that came in the ring while the partial powerful force of all pro wrestling came on. This is where the fans are chanting OTC because he's the only tribal chief now. He was known as the original, but now he don't have to worry about fighting the rights of being the original tribe, being the tribal chief. He's now back as the only tribal chief that's in WWE. There's our fans are chanting Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns. I was like, maybe I seen the AI video of Roman Reigns being like Joe Hendry, of saying say his name and he appears. I believe it. I was like, that's my other theory, I guess you could say. I was like, if that's the case, then we would probably saw Yep, saw like Cody Rhodes be the same way. He was like, "Yeah, London crowd, you sing to your tribal chief, like it's just beautiful to hear this from you guys. It's where fans are cheering for him because he is he's now a fan favorite, what the fans want him to be, like, and not being forced by a certain grouchy old man." But anyways, this is where the Roman Reigns was like, I never thought this day would come. But that's where fans start continuing to shout now, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns. Yeah, and this is where we got Time is like, I never thought this would sound any more beautiful. Like this word is like, yeah, my tribal chief, which he always put his hands together in front of. Like, I mean, he is the wise man after all, but at the same time, like maybe he be too much of a wise man to him, like thinking he's God. But and he's like, well, that's your OTC for you, baby. And then it's where then rumors like I'm the biggest star on the planet. This is where fans start cheering here. This is where he's like, the OTC came here for two reasons, like, and that is one, to be acknowledged, like, which y'all clearly passed the test for that, so I'm gonna give it a ginormous check. And then this where it is like, and secondly, like, well, like I had to sign my name on the dotted line against three of the guys I cannot stand in this business. Like, and that's where then Seth Rollins came out immediately when he was talking. That's where fans were cheering, oh, wow, wow, wow. Yeah, you get the point. Yeah, it's very catchy. I don't know, like, I just got a little carried away about that. But then, that's where then we got Seth Rollins got on the chair. That's where he's like, ha 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 ha, like, hey, Roman. Like with him, now Jordan's for happy the seriousness, but that's where then he like, hey, everybody in London, and he was like, we're ready to remake the history, like, and we're gonna put it in our image, and then it's where then you're like, well, don't get me wrong. It's been happening in the past from the last 12 years. We fought against each other. Like, we followed each other. Like, it's been a little bit of love and a whole lot of hate. Like, but he's like, but London, like, that's when fans start singing along his song. He was like, yeah, you already know that you may acknowledge this guy, but you sing along to me. That's better than any acknowledgement from anybody. Well, he didn't say it like in that kind of manner, but he just pointed out in that way. This is like, but he got the series. He's like, but I got to say, like, he accomplished like our mission. And then this is where the fans start chanting OTC. Like, we accomplished our mission. Like, that's where it's like, right, and this is where before you can even finish the sentence, this is where you start hearing the fans start chanting his arch nemesis' name, which you all know is to be, in fact, Chick Magnet Punk. And this is where then they got into the nerves of it. And it's like we, and this is where Roman Reigns, like, you keep saying we, like, you said our mission, like you're talking about. Like, you're talking about we died a long time ago. And that's why our imaginary brother is no longer here, because he got brainwashed by that toxic waste dump over in his hometown. And he brought it to that company that Cody created. Like that I'm still still hate him for that, for the second reason why I don't like the guy in the first place. But the reason why I teamed with him almost 6 months ago, because he kind of helped me solve the problem that I had with my own family members. Like, we had a common enemy into that matter. But yeah, anyway, this is where the Seth Rollins like, yeah, right, maybe you're wrong one thing about that, but this is where Roman's like, yeah, it's only been me and me alone. Like, you've been here for maybe over a dozen years now, but I've been doing all the work. You like I'm the one that made this, but like, do it better than it is today, which I agree. I was like SmackDown wouldn't be the same without our OTC, which is none other than Roman Reigns. But this is where he's like, we're on the left. I'm here, like I'm the reason why that this company is like it is today. That he's continuing, like, you know. Like, and I want to make this tower tie. Like, I made this into $1 billion corporation, and this was like, what you been doing, huh? Like, what you done? And this was several. I was like, oh, I'll tell you what I've done. But then barking back at the tribal chief, he was like, I get that mindset that keeps me having to screw you. Like you understand that, Roman? And it's always like, and your biggest mistake, is not understanding the danger that's right in front of us. The danger that's right in front of you. Like, you're the biggest mistake in the world. Like, and that is Chick Magnet and add it into the garden. Like you let him escape in the garden safe. And then it's like, and you, despite you beating the hell out of him just because you were getting jealous about it, getting all the attention from your wise man. Well, he didn't say all that, but he was exactly just pointing all that out. Like, I could have cut his head off at work, and there's you could have easily cut his head off in a metaphoric kayfabe execution way, which I understand why I just say kayfabe, but this is where we got. Like, you could have, but he shook his head. You could have let it finish him inside that steel cage at the garden, but you didn't do it. And now I'm left, to do what I always do. He's like, I'm cleaning up your mess again. And then that's where he dropped the microphone. That's where then he was getting ready to sign his contract, only for CM Punk getting ready to get out to the ring. But that's where we got security guards lined up right behind him when he entered the ring, like he's about to fight him in a match. But this is where then he put his hand on the ground. It was like, oh, I forgot you guys were here, so I'm going to make this short and sweet and simple to the point. This is where then he's like, it's clobbering time. And this is where then he start waving the hands while doing the fist hit, really turn around. Because, yeah, that's his signature, what's they call gesture, when he makes his entrance. This is where CM Punk continuing to wave his hands on to everybody. This is where the best in the world then came into the ring right onto the top rope, then making it to the left side of the ring. He was like, this is where then he welcomes him. And this was the two things I came out here tonight, is this is my own version of Roddy Piper's catchphrase. I'm a chew bubble gum and sign this contract. Well, I ran out all the bubble gum that I chewed, so it's time to sign this contract to kick some ass. And this is where he said something like that. This is where it ends up got to the point, writes his name right onto the contract. This is where it is. This is where he started checking everything on the list under the contract to make sure it's a guarantee about something that could be related to closing out one of the nights at the showcase event. But it's where Roman Reigns well, are you blind? Or do you need a highlighter or something? Which he asked him wait. And this is where Roman Reigns just go to page 4 and then see what or was it 5? This is where he's he was yeah, you realize this is TV today, not TV yesterday. Come on, Junior, let's go. This is where, let's say he basically was trying to inform him that he's going to give him his wish, courtesy from the OTC. This is where it's well, he's not understanding where I'm coming from. Just smarten him up, wise man. Since you have lots of associations with him much more than I do. This is where then Paul Heyman explains, from your tribal chief, you this triple threat match you're gonna be involved in with my tribal chief and Seth Rollins. You're gonna be closing the show. This is where CM Punk then stunned, if somebody told him that he turned into a trillionaire. This is where then CM Punk was like, I'm not gonna be. This is where then. That's where CM Punk are you serious? You're not BSing me right now. To Paul Heyman, nope, you're gonna be main eventing. You get to live your dream and all dreams. Mr. Chick Magnet Punk, you will indeed, be becoming a WrestleMania main event. This is why I start jumping out of my chair, start doing the dance of joy. Yes, we're gonna finally get to see a main event of Mania, something that we've been waiting for this to happen for the last 10 years. We would never thought he would get this far of finally main eventing and closing out a Mania. And that's where the CM Punk was very happy. This is where he was in tears of joy, which was probably out of character moment. But what probably was also out of character was Seth Rollins was very pissed off about, like, why do you have to main event? Like, I tried to take him out to get to this point. Like, and how could you, Roman? Like, why would you give him this opportunity? This is where Roman Reigns starts smiling, like, see what I'm saying? Like, he was like it's one man's dream and it's another man's favorite. Like, check. Like, that's going to be on the list as well of the checks. And that's where Seth Rollins did. Then made his, makes his feelings known, like, by saying, like, no, this cannot be happening. Like, wipe those damn tears. You don't deserve it. Like, he doesn't deserve it. Like, don't any of you understand? That's where fans were mixed feel. Like, this is where Seth Rollins grabbed the chair he was sitting at. He threw it on the ground. Like he don't need to be in WrestleMania. Like, yeah. Like, that's the main event WrestleMania is the most important thing to me. Like, and me alone. And he's like, it's more than me than anything. Like, more than anything except for the fact that you never, ever main evented WrestleMania. Like, because you don't deserve it. This is your fault, Roman. This is your fault, Wise Man. Like, yeah, like, I just got to stand. This is where he threw a microphone now. This is where he was very ticked off. This is where Nicholas the Ridiculous Aldis was like, please don't blow your gasket or top, like, off. Like I didn't mean it to be this way, but like, it was But it was out of my hands here. Like, yeah, thanks to your tribal or these people's tribal chief and the Wise Man, because of the ties with Heyman with CM Punk, which some of y'all probably say it's because of the favor, which I don't think it's exactly the favor. I think it's probably. It's far from being the favor that CM Punk asked. I think that's going to be revealed like after WrestleMania, if you know what I mean, if you catch my drift. I think this is because the Roman Reigns even reminded CM Punk, keep reminding CM Punk it's because of him that he's going to main event of WrestleMania, which that's true. Like, all thanks to the tribal chief with his popularity and his power, CM Punk's finally going to get a chance to do that he's been wanting to do for over probably 15 plus years, and that is main eventing WrestleMania. I'll say maybe it was longer than 15 years, but you get the point. But yeah, CM Punk did everything in WWE, but the two things that he's yet to do is, or maybe three, or maybe even four, is one, win the Royal Rumble, two, win the Money in the Bank briefcase, three, win the United States Championship, maybe five, because four, win the King of the Ring. Oh, wait, well, it's one, win the King of the Ring. Two, win the Royal Rumble. Three, win the United States Championship. Yeah, win the United States Championship. And four, main eventing WrestleMania. This is when the CM Punk that continues London. Even though we're not gonna be doing this. We're not gonna have Mania here, unfortunately. That's a sad thing, and also to Chicago, which is my hometown. Too bad we're not gonna do it in either of these cities. That would be a totally great place to main event WrestleMania in my book. You but I want to thank you in Chicago, for New Old Kentucky. Thank you for the fans. Thank you for the good it sounds to be the WWE Universe who stood by me and chanting my name for 10 long years since I've been gone. And I want to thank you all. And this is where Roman Reigns oh no, don't get it all twisted. And just no, you can't be thinking these are people no offense to you guys. He's gonna be thanking you. Just because y'all been saying his name for 10 years. The only person you'll be thinking you're thinking me, your tribal chief. This is where everybody started booing for that because he sound very arrogant and egotistical, if he haven't changed from when he was the champion. But anyways, this is where then he starts saying I'm the reason why you're gonna be in the main event. So please, take so if you don't mind, give me your biggest thank you and acknowledgement to your tribal chief here. Go ahead. This is where CM Punk kneeled down. This is where it's okay, I thank you. It's one thing guys should do. But as far as acknowledgement go, I was like, thank you. I mean, he said first, he was like, thank you, my tribal chief and the owner of the Ulafala. Like, the head of the table, like, he's going down the list. He's like, yeah, and then you call yourself the big dog, which I believe he went out of character and he gave him a huge ass frown because he was like, "You would just call me that name?" Like, he's like, but look, lucky that you are thanking me and acknowledging me, because if you wasn't, I would smash you right now. That's where he probably was thinking in his brain, but he was trying to hold everything in because there's just because he helped him out at War Games, and like for him like thanking him for giving him his opportunity. This was like, thank you for, and this is where CM Punk then continued by stating that, like, thank you for allowing the kid from Chicago, like, the grace of your presence. Thank you, like, my tribal chief, for allowing me to stand in the ring, and thank you very so much. Like, he's like, thank you very much. Because of you, like, I will indeed see you, which he pointed at the WrestleMania sign right into the right side in the corridor of the arena. This is where he's like, this is Seth Rollins was beaming with anger, with redness. This is where then CM Punk to continue, like saying yeah, there's a fans are saying you deserve it, with him looking around the arena like you really think I deserve it? Like, and the fans are clapping. He's like, and I was like, bro, I thank you though. This was like, and thank you too, Roman. This was like. This is when he said something about Paul Heyman, like saying what was it? I believe that like it was like not exactly the favor, but he kind of referenced this. This is where he's like, where he was like, as far as acknowledgement goes, like I'm not sure if I'm quite there yet, or something like that. This is where then he like what he said, like, and I forget what was Paul. It just came so fast where everybody was shocked. He just said it really quick, which let me know in the comments below what exactly he said. But yeah, he just said real fast. He was like, and I think it's something about like, I think your wise men have something to say to you, which he not say, but it's where Roman Reigns was spooked when he said those words. But yeah, that's basically what ended Friday Night SmackDown tonight. It was totally tremendous, which is why I'm giving it a golden trophy of the best segment of the night of this very show. And yeah, it's so exciting. This was probably like the favorite thing of tonight's SmackDown, because I've been predicting, I was like, despite it not being a championship match, it don't have to be in order, like, especially with WBC, something like something that's main event worthy enough, like for a championship to not bring into a match, like, and that is that prestige that both these three guys give. Like even though they're both former world champions, they're both main eventers, like even outside of WrestleMania, But yeah, this time makes it extra special, like because CM Punk never main evented at WrestleMania. Now he's finally getting to finish his story, which is probably like the reason why he came back 2 years ago and back in 2023, and now he's finally getting to do that. Like, which I think he was originally supposed to main event night one, but it ended up getting canceled, like because he got injured. So I guess like. It got delayed until one final year later, but luckily that Roman Reigns will finally get to do what he wanted to do ever since being a fan of the sport, like, and that is main event WrestleMania. Do you think that he will win this main event triple threat match? And what night do you think? They did not made it specific yet, like which night it's going to be. Is it going to be WrestleMania Saturday or Sunday? Which some tells me it will be Saturday, because John Cena and Cody's going to main event night too. Because it looks like more of the second main event worthy match. Like next to someone like Io Sky and Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, making it a triple threat. But we're going to probably see the follow-up on that on this coming Monday on March 31st, if I'm mistaken. But yeah, that'll be it for now, Assassinators, and for the wildest and intriguing wildest. I'm not wildest and intriguing. I'm talking about the latest SmackDown, which some of y'all probably asking what I'm gonna give it because of this segment alone. Like in a couple of matches that had me intrigued and things getting hyped up for Mania, I'm giving it about a very decent 4.5 stars. Yeah, because it was really good. It was like I predicted it to be, and I didn't really hurt anybody was predicting this until like they start saying, start looking at it like from like what happened at the Royal Rumble. I was just saying in general, like when it started looking like a doubt, I'm like, I still believe it's gonna be Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. And I see why they say if you believe something, you will receive like what you've been manifesting. And then, well, your boy SNA manifest this. Now he's going to get to see this at the end of April, which I'm very happy to get ready to watch this because, like, yeah, for over like probably 15 years, we've seen CM Punk accomplish so many stuff in WWE. One of them, unfortunately, did not happen to be main eventing WrestleMania. But now, fast and forward in 2025, that's what exactly he's going to do with two of the guys that you could say that was like proteges to him, like ever since they joined WWE's main roster in 2012. But like two out of the three, let me rephrase that, with him already facing the modern day version of their third Shield brother, which that was happened to be when they were both in that competition company. But now he's going to fight the other two in this current, like one is the Visionary, the other is the OTC, like in this generation in WWE. But yeah. Let me know in the comments below who's your pick is going to win. I know exactly who might win this, and maybe you'll be leading up into another storyline, which it has something to do, like I said, with the favor with Paul Heyman and CM Punk, which we're going to get into that like afterwards. But yeah, like that was it for now, Assassinators. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If so, please make sure to hit the big thumbs up button. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts on SmackDown tonight. And also, yeah, hit on the post notification bell for more of SNA's videos. Also, check out his other channel at SNA Entertainment, which the link is in the description box below, which you can just click on, like on the description, like onto this video, where it says, like, where underneath it, it's where it has the @ logo, which it shows, it says at Super Ninja Austin or something like that. But yeah, let's talk about like what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. Check out my check out my wrestling news video for March 29th. Yeah, March 29th, 2025. Yeah, which we're going to be talking about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know from, I'll say the Fightful Select article. Yeah, Fightful. But anyways, and also we're going to be talking about the competition now. Is AEW Collision, which we got so many matches that's on the card that we're going to be talking about. Like that's going to be scheduled, like which I'm trying to remember in particular. Which I believe Uncle Dax the Axe will take on Willa Yuta, if I'm not mistaken, which one of those matches you're going to be on the card. And we will see Jamie Hayter will be against Queen Aminata. Kevin Knight will take on Jay White. And we got Big Bill and Brian Keith like taking on Top Flight. Like, yeah, in a number one contenders match, winner gets to take on the Hurt Syndicate, who do you think is going to walk out as the number one contenders for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. I'm a may ask. And we also got the CEO going to be in action, which is Mercedes Moné, which is going to be taking on anybody, probably an enhancement jobber, which I hope it works out pretty well for her, which some just tells me that's going to lead up into like either way, that's going to lead up into a fight between somebody that she's probably familiar with from the companies that she used to work for, which is WWE, of course. But yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see this tomorrow night, like about that as well. But I just guys go right here tonight, like on this lovely Friday night, and I will see you next time with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here, and y'all take care and have a a fantastic Friday for the rest of the night. And until we see each other tomorrow, I will see you guys. Until we see you tomorrow, stay good to yourself, and you're all worth it. And if you see your boy SNA as a role model into your success, just remember, like if you see your boy SNA can do anything that he puts his mind into, so can you. But yeah, you just need to work hard and believe in it. And those two things gonna lead you into the person that you want to be and what God wants to be as well. What wants you to be. So yeah. So keep that in mind, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. That never gets old.